Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode featuring me, Edwin, aka the Comic Jabroni. Guys, this past weekend I took a trip up to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and a lot of y'all know that because I went live on Instagram and I was posting stuff on Instagram saying that I was in Chattanooga and I was going comic book hunting, and I had an absolute blast. I hit up 4 shops while I was there, but I'm only going to talk about 3 of those shops because the third one that I went to didn't have the greatest experience, so we're not going to talk about that one. But what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to break it up into 2 different parts. We're going to talk about the first shop I went to, and we're going to talk about the last shop. But the second shop that I went to, that's going to be in part 2 because that's where I was able to acquire the big time key Batman issue that I've been talking about on Instagram. I'm super excited to show you that. But here in part 1, we're actually going to talk about 2 shops. One in Chattanooga and one that I went to on the trip back down to Augusta, Georgia, guys. It was in Dalton. I believe the name was Dalton, Georgia. But I'm going to throw in to this part of the trip of me actually driving up to Chattanooga. Yo, what's going on YouTube? As you can tell from that intro video, yes, this weekend I am heading to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we're gonna hit up some comic book shops. I'm actually driving there now. I'm about an hour and a half away, like I do when I went to Columbia, like I did when I went to Savannah. Guys, I am so excited to finally get to check out another city, a brand new city that I've never been to in my life. Chattanooga, Tennessee from Augusta, Georgia is about a 3.5 hour drive. So I'm super excited about this, guys. We're gonna hit up 3-4 different shops like I do every time I do one of these comic hunting videos. I'm gonna take footage from inside the store. I'm gonna ask, of course, so hopefully once this little segment ends, you're either gonna see me back at the house talking about how awesome these shops were, or you're gonna see me back at the house saying, damn, they wouldn't let me record. It happens though, totally understand. Can't wait to get there. If you guys are from the Tennessee area, let me know. Hey, what shops do you go to in Tennessee? But I'll be back in 2 seconds. Peace. So, the first place, and as you could tell from that video, man, I was so excited to get up there and actually go comic book hunting. But let's get into this haul. The first place that I went to up there was called M Amusement Company. And the guy that runs that shop, his name was Buddy. Absolutely amazing older gentleman that runs that local comic shop. Let me show you the inside of this store. So as you can tell, it's a nice size store. It's not really overly humongous place, and it's not a very small place, but man, does it have a ton of comics in there. Buddy was telling me that he had something like 80,000 books there on showcase to sell, plus he had like another 80,000 somewhere else that he was bringing in piece by piece. Absolutely amazing guy. But let me show you the books that I picked up from there. Not too many things that I grabbed. That was the first shop, so I didn't totally want to spend all the money that I had. But the first book I picked up, you guys know I'm always looking for turtles. That's the first thing that I look for, and I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meets the Ghostbusters, and this is actually issue number 2. This has quickly become a really hot series that people are out there looking for. I'm still on the hunt for issue number 1 of that, but here's an issue number 1 that I was able to find. Turtles Ghostbusters series number 2. And this is issue number 1, the A cover. Was able to pick up that, guys. Ninja Turtles, as you know, that is something that I'm always on the hunt for, guys, and especially these mini-series where they meet up with Batman and they meet up with the Ghostbusters, whoever it is, I'm always down to pick up. A new comic book day book that I actually wasn't able to get this cover last week was Deceased, issue number 2, and it is the movie homage cover that Man on Fire. The Book of Eli movie homage. It took us a second to figure out what that was. Perry and I were talking about it on a live stream. But guys, Deceased has been incredible. I really like this cover with Cyborg on there. A big book that has brought up, it's gotten a lot of speculation heat and people are out there looking for it. That is Batman versus Predator, issue number 1. I was able to pick this one up. This is the variant cover for it. I saw it on the Key Comic Collector. I'm not gonna lie to you, I use the app when I go to brand new stores, right? I don't know everything there is about comics and what's a key and what's hot and what are some prices that I should pay. But I saw this and at $8, I figured, I think that's a pretty good deal. And I looked it up. Yeah, it actually is a good deal. People are really looking for that one. Another one I found, Uncanny X-Men issue 245. Pick this one up. This is kind of like a spoof, I believe is what I read. The X-Men meet up with some characters from like the Star Wars universe or something like that. But I like this cover because you got Colossus there and he's like, like he's seeing something he maybe shouldn't have. And the last 2 books that I picked up are some more Marvel books. I picked up, as I said, when I go to a brand new shop, I'm always looking for Marvel, like Marvel Spotlight, Marvel Premiere, those type, Marvel Age, Marvel Comics Presents, and I found Marvel Spotlight issue number 3. This is the second appearance of Werewolf by Night. So I've talked about it in my recent haul videos that I'm kind of on a second appearance kick right now because first appearances, although I do have that Marvel Spotlight with the first appearance of Werewolf by Night, but I didn't have the second one. So his second appearance, guys, might be one that you want to go hunt for, especially if that first appearance is out of your price range. I absolutely love these Marvel Spotlights with the blue cover. Nice, absolutely beautiful. And then the last one I picked up was Marvel Spotlight issue number 4. His third appearance, guys, Werewolf by Night. I believe right after this, he gets into his own series. There might have been one more Marvel Spotlight after this, and then he gets in his own series. But I know that this is his third appearance. So yeah, if you guys out there find second appearances and third appearances of these major characters from maybe the Silver Age or the Bronze Age, it might behoove you to pick those up because first appearances are getting out of people's price range. So yeah, that first shop was called M Amusement Company, and the man that runs it is Buddy. So what I'm gonna do is down in the description below, I'm actually going to put his website there, and I believe he has a Facebook for that comic shop. So if you're ever in the Chattanooga area, definitely check out Buddy's shop, M Amusement Company. Really awesome shop. It is actually the earliest one to open in Chattanooga. What I found out while I was there is that all the shops open at like noon and they close pretty early. But his store opened up at 10, maybe 10:30. So he's got a leg up on the competition. He gets an hour and a half head start on getting customers before everybody else does. So that was the first shop I went to. After that, I went to Infinity Flux. Now, that's gonna be in part 2 because that's where I grabbed the really big time books. So I'm gonna wait for part 2. You're definitely gonna wanna watch part 2 released after this one. But after that, I went to one more shop in town. We're not gonna talk about it because it just wasn't the best experience in that place. Didn't find anything. They wouldn't let me record in the store. It's kind of like they didn't really even want me in the store. Customer service was lacking a little bit. So that was the end of Friday. Saturday, I was in town, but it was time to drive back to Augusta, Georgia. So while I was driving back down, I figured, hey, let me put it in the Google Maps app to see, are there any comic shops on the way back down to Augusta? Sure enough, there was one about 35 to 40 minutes away from Chattanooga, and it was called the Fantasy Factory. And as you can tell, comics and games, and it was run by a gentleman named Mike. Now this place right here, incredible store. Let me show you the inside of that one. Cowabunga! Not much footage from the inside of that one, but still, I got a little bit of footage for you guys to be able to see inside and what it looks like. Ton of back issues. Got brand new comics on one side. He's got some toys and some games on the other. Incredible place. What I felt about this store was it felt like a barber shop. Right? A barber shop is a spot, obviously you go get your hair cut, but you also hear great conversations in there, and people go in just to kind of hang out sometimes and talk to people. That's how this shop was. When I walked inside, there was the man running the store in the back, Mike, plus there were two younger guys in there just shooting the shit, talking it up, talking about comics, talking about what's coming out new and what they're collecting, and I just kind of jumped into the conversation and we were just having a great time. As they were leaving, getting ready to leave, two more older gentlemen came in, they sat down, and then they started having a conversation about comics, and it felt like an atmosphere where you could just relax and just have a great time talking about comic books and things that you enjoyed. And we started talking about lower grade issues on some key books, and it was just a great time. Let me show you the books that I picked up from there. Picked up mostly DC books from there. First one being Catwoman, issue number 1. This is from the second volume, written by Ed Brubaker. Book that I don't really see too often out and about. Usually the Catwoman number 1, they're always gone. The Catwoman 1 that you usually see is from the first series. Next up, a Gotham City Sirens. This is issue number 8. Love this Poison Ivy cover. And one of the bigger reasons I picked it up, because you still see Catwoman there, and you see Harley, man. Anytime that you get the Sirens all together on a cover, absolutely have to pick that up. Again, going back to the Batman versus Predator, we know that that's picking up heat, and I found all the issues there. So here is Batman versus Predator, issue number 1, and it is a newsstand. Picked up issue number 1, also picked up issue number 2, and I picked up issue number 3. So boom, I can read that whole little mini series of Batman versus the Predator. Oh boy, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Man. Also, while I'm there, I look for Joker covers, guys, and I picked up Action Comics issue 714. Awesome Joker cover with him rocking the cape of Superman on there, and he's got those long, beautiful locks that Superman used to rock back in the 90s. Don't totally understand it, but hey, man, the 90s was a crazy time for comics, wasn't it? Also, while I'm looking, while I'm hunting, while I'm digging through long boxes, I'm always looking for variants, right? DC Universe logo variants and Whitman variants and Mark Jeweler variants. I'm always looking for those. So I found a Whitman variant, and this is Superman issue 331 in a Whitman variant, guys. DC is much easier to really see the Whitman logo, and there it is, Superman issue 331. The only reason I know it's 331 is because the guy actually wrote it up here. But yes, the Whitmans don't have the issue number on the cover like a regular cover would. You actually have to open it up and see on the Indicia, I think it's called. Keeping it going, Batwoman Detective Comics issue 854. This is a book that I never see for some reason. I always see like 855, 856, 857, but 854 is one that I don't see because it is the first appearance of Kate Kane's demented younger or older sister. It's one of those two, right? Not her twin sister. Maybe it is her twin sister. Well, shit, ABC, all the above? I don't know, but man, I like that cover. There is a B cover variant. I think it's like a 1 in 25 of this cover, but at least I was able to find that one, so I'm happy about that. Again, going back to the variants, I picked up Batman issue 504 because it is a DC Universe logo, guys. This isn't a truly rare DC Universe logo, especially with these Night Quests and Night's End and all that. You do find a lot of those out there. But I'm always excited to find more DC Universe logos. It doesn't matter if I have 1, 2, 3 copies of one book, I will continue to pick up DC Universe logo. Another Whitman that I found, Batman. This is issue 321 or something like that, I believe. But you can tell, there it is, Whitman logo right up there in the top corner, and the barcode is crossed out, guys. So yeah, Batman, I like this, man, with like Evil Knievel just driving up to him and just about to run him over. And then Batman's like, oh no, don't kill me. Oh, I'm crazy, man. Let's keep it going. More Batman. This is Brave and the Bold, issue 141, and it is a Joker cover, guys. I've talked about it on Copper Drop It. I've talked about it on other hunting videos. Joker covers continue to hold their value. Throughout the years, people want Joker covers, especially if you have Batman and you got Joker on the cover. So that's a really cool one. And I love this orange background, right? Damn, orange background. Let's get into some independents. First one up, this is from Malibu, and it is Bruce Lee, issue number 1. Check that out. One-inch punching shit, man. Look at that Bruce Lee, dude. Ooh, I had no idea that they made a Bruce Lee comic, but they've made comics for all sorts of crazy shit, so I don't understand why I didn't know that. Keeping it going, IDW, talking about turtles, I picked up Turtle Ghostbusters, issue number 4. So boom, this weekend I was able to find issue 2 and issue 4, so now I need 1 and issue number 3. That's a cool cover. I like, man, these turtle covers, dude. Oh boy. Back to DC. I got Sergeant Bilko's Private Doberman, issue number 4. Now, this is a very early Silver Age, 1959, 10 center. I couldn't pass this up because he had it in a box and like kind of had a sale, and everything in the box was half of what he had on the cover. And this one, he had $2 on. So I paid $1 for this old school 10-cent Private Doberman. Any of these military type of covers, I'm all about, man. I love this. And you got this Master Sergeant down here looking at Private Doberman. He's like,
"What the hell you doing, son? Get off that rocket. Get down here and kick some rocks."
So yeah, that's cool, man. Look, it's a little beat, whatever. It's a little toasty, but old school cover like that, you can't beat $1, right? You can't beat $1. Now let's get into Marvel. I got 2 more books to show you from this Fantasy Factory shop. These are big. You guys know I'm a huge Conan fan. Like Turtles, Batman, and then Conan is one step down, man. I love getting some Conan books. I have issue number 1 of Conan, right? His first appearance in comics. I was missing issue number 2, but not anymore. There it is. Conan the Barbarian, issue number 2. And this Mylar, oh, that means it's special. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. He had this in there in the Conan section, just thrown in. And I figured at $30, that's a good price for Conan issue number 2. This is his second appearance in comics right here, guys. And look at Conan. What does he say? Die. No, that's the other guy saying, "Die, manling. You are no match for the power of the beast men." And then Conan's like, "I'll get off of me, you beast. I'll kill you." Man, look at that. So not only did I pick up issue number 2, but I got issue number 4. Guys, boom, look at this. Oh, these Conan, especially these old school, like Bronze Age Conan covers, and it's in a Mylar, so it looks so beautiful, man. Yeah, Conan issue number 4. Conan's about to fight this big ass spider, and he's saving the damsel in distress. And he's like, "Spider, I'm gonna cut your legs off. You're not gonna have 8 legs no more. I'm gonna cut them off." Man, dude, so yeah, guys, Conan issue 2 and issue number 4. Ooh, so now I have 1, 2, and 4. I'm looking for issue number 3. So yeah, I hit up M Amusement in the morning on Friday, and then Saturday on the drive back home, I hit this place up in Dalton, Georgia, the Fantasy Factory. Again, I'm gonna put the links to their websites down in the description below. They have websites where they sell books online, and they said that they ship worldwide, guys. So check out whatever inventory they got on there. So this is part 1 of what Edwin, the comic jabroni, picked up on his trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee. You definitely don't want to miss on part 2, because that's where I hit up Infinity Flux, and that place was absolutely amazing. And I picked up a big time first appearance in the Batman series that you guys do not want to miss out on. Thanks for watching. Check out the other videos on the channel, where I'm also going to other shops in Georgia and in South Carolina. But guys, until next time, take it easy. Peace.